afternoon, all of you. So here we begin with income tax. Today is third class. I have asked you to do some homework for abbreviations that we will check it later. Today we will start with our material. You all have got this? It is actually like a workbook. You are going to solve many problems there itself when you come to business head, depreciation, house property. When we start heads of income, you will see it is like a workbook. All your concepts will be clear. Right now, today, we will start with what is definition of person. That is from my side. Okay? We are doing all the terms which we are using in income tax. You ask your doubts first. Is there any doubt in yesterday's class? What is financial year? Okay, we'll start second last bench over there, What is financial year? Sit and answer quickly. Say. Yes, it starts from 1st April and for us the financial year is 22, 23. Okay, what is assessment year? Settle down fast please, all of you. What is assessment year next? 23, 24. Whatever we earn in financial year, we pay the tax in assessment year, right? So, now exception to the rule. Exception to the rule we have seen yesterday, right? 5 cases. Mark it 5 marks theory question. Very scoring. What are the cases wherein financial year and assessment year is same? Have we done this yesterday? All of you were there yesterday? First is what? Non-resident shipping company. Come, drop the goods, passengers, take the goods, bye-bye. Before you leave, whatever is your gross receipts, on that percentage you pay the tax and leave. So for non-resident shipping company, the financial year and the assessment year is same. Is this clear? Second case on the screen. Assessment of a person who is leaving India. When I say a person leaving India, it could be anyone. It could be individual. Today we will see what do you mean by a person. Then third one is AOP BOI. Full form of AOP? BOI? They might ask you a question. What distinguish between AOP and BOI? With example we have seen yesterday. So if AOP and BOI are doing a business, what's the best example I have given? Joint venture. If it is partnership, they will have a proper deed and then they will retire. If not, then what? They will come together, work for an exhibition, or say it's the season of Diwali, let us put up crackers shop. You bring 50% money, we'll put up stall, sell off crackers and disperse. It's a temporary business for 5 to 6 days, right? So, these kind of businesses, if they have earned income, they should pay tax. Another popular example of AOP BOI, where a group of people don't want to pay tax, but they are forced to pay tax together. That is when they are co-heirs, co-legates, co-trustees, through will, through legacy. You are 4 or 5 brothers, co-owners of the property. And that property, it's an ancestral property in Rajasthan. You have given it to Taj Group of Hotels. And they are giving you good rent. And you are maintaining the property. So this rental income is taxed together for body of individuals, for all the 4 brothers. Are they partners? No. They are just owners together. Okay? Fourth case wherein previous year is equal to assessment year. Please write it in the header. ये जो cases है ना, यहाँ जगह है ना आपके पास, यहाँ लिखो. Previous year is equal to assessment year. Sure? Is the logic correct? Exam में मत लिखना. Examiner को नहीं समझाना है. What they have asked you have to answer, but this is for your mindset. Okay, previous year is this, then next year is assessment year. Cases where previous year and assessment year is same. Fourth case, assessment of a person leaving India or trying to alienate his assets, trying to run away from his assets, hiding his asset, then better किसी और को ट्रांसफर कर दिया, फिर किससे टैक्स लोगे? Once a person transfers his asset, or if he runs away, from whom you will take the tax? So better tax him now. And the last one is discontinued operation. If the partnership firm is dissolving in December 22, August 22, and if they are closing the business and dispersing, one is staying in Hyderabad, another is going to London, let the partnership firm file the return and pay the tax now itself. Is the logic clear? Huh? Right. Then we have seen all the three types of the SSCs, but in SSC, I told you, SSC is a person by whom tax is payable. Okay? SSC is a person by whom tax is payable. Any person. So right now we are starting with what is the definition of person. I'm just writing on my own few things just to explain, and then we will read out. Okay, now. Okay, so we are seeing what is definition of person. It's there in your material, it's there in your note. All the definitions are given in section 2. And 31 is what? Subsection or clause? Thank you so much for the response. And I will revise how to check the section, subsection, clause. We should not leave a single pitfall from where they can ask questions. First chance is the best chance. Consistency, if you work, if you follow everything, if you write chapter wise exams, nothing that you cannot clear it in first attempt and go to the next level and achieve your goals, right? Okay, so now definition of person says any person who is liable to pay the tax is called as SSC. So who is a person who is liable to pay the tax? Relax and listen first to my examples. First one is individual. Who is individual? Male, female, minor, we, the living person. So shall we file the return and pay the tax if we are earning income? Yes or no? So individual is liable to pay tax, and earlier, long back, हमारे ज़माने में, there used to be differences in taxes in male and female. Right now it is nothing. Male, female, minors, all need to pay tax in same rate. So whom do I call individual? Male, female. Acha, what about children? Yes. Now when I call male, female, if it is husband and wife, in income tax we call them as spouse. For husband, wife, for wife, husband, because we have chapter called clubbing of income. So spouse. Now, whenever I talk, I am making many definitions clear at the base level now. Children. Whenever we talk about children in income tax, it includes stepchild. It includes adopted child. And generally minors are not allowed to get married. But if there is a married minor daughter, till 18 years it will be taken as children of the parents. Clear to all of you? So what is the definition of child in income tax? Children. Up to which age? 18 years. Including what? Stepchildren, adopted child, and married minor daughter. Why? Because if married minor daughter is having income, then clubbing provisions will be. Clubbing means till 18 years, minor cannot file his own return. But minor is very smart. He is doing stage shows. He is singing, na, Bhi? Indian Idol Juniors. So he is getting huge income. 8 years, 9 years children are singing and earning lakhs of rupees by doing stage shows. So who is going to pay the tax for them? Parent. Father or mother? आप तो मुझे ही घुमा दे रहे हो, स्पाउस आंसर बोल दे रहे हो, मतलब जो समझ लो मैम. What do you think? Father only? So right now I'm directly jumping from the first chapter to the 10th chapter, clubbing. Minor's income till 18 years is clubbed. Clubbed means what? Added in the hands of parent who is having highest income in the first year. अब ये ना in Hindi term only I know this word, this is called जाति. ये गलत है ना, जिसकी इनकम ज्यादा है. अच्छा, 2 3 children, can they divide? 2 children mother will take care, 1 children father will take care. We are 4 sisters. All 4 sisters' income was clubbed in the hands of my father. Literally, I remember. So, what is this income tax rule? It says minor's income, all the minor's income is clubbed in the hands of parent who is having highest income for the first time. Followed or not? Huh? So, individual should pay the tax. Is the screen clear? Any doubt? 1% wala bhi doubt hai to raise your hands, ask now. You can counter ask me the questions right now. Next is, when I talk about individuals, we have here some lot of benefits for senior citizen. Senior citizen from the age of what? 60 years and above. Senior citizens. If you want to write the running notes, some of the students are, used to writing. Please go ahead with your plan. Printed notes are there, but अगर आपको लग रहा है कि ये bullet points लिखना है, तो एक एक word ही है, सुनो भी लिखो भी. 2 minutes I'll wait. इतना लिख लो, fast. Yeah, online students also, I can see the chat box. Any doubts you have, you can ask please. Quickly. So, individual is called as a person who is liable to pay tax. It includes male, female, children, senior citizen, all. Children include step and adopted child. When I say male, female, spouse. Then senior citizen is 60 years and above. अब इसमें ना एग्जाम में एक क्वेश्चन आता है. Okay, what is our financial year? Finish writing or you're writing? Writing then write. दोनों काम एक साथ नहीं हो. Multitasking नहीं करना है ना, एक के बाद एक लिख लो. I will also get a break of 2 seconds. Done? Chalo. Now, when I say, dear students, senior citizen, it says 60 years and above should be completed in the financial year. मतलब किसी का हैप्पी बर्थडे कब आना चाहिए? 68th वाला बर्थडे 1st April 2022 to 31st March 2023 के बीच में. Correct or not? In financial year 2023, if the seniors, fathers or anyone is achieving the age of 60 years, even on 31st March 23, if your 60th birthday, it's your 60th birthday, 60 years are over, 60 and above, then you are said to be senior citizen. Because when I teach ahead the classes, I'll say senior citizen, I've got this benefit. That time I will not explain what is senior citizen. Clear? Here, the googly is 1 day extra is given if the happy birthday is on 1st April 2023. Now, birthday it could be 12 AM, PM and it's a fact. So, if someone is achieving 60 years on 1st April 2023, it is assumed that he is born on 31st March 2023 and financial year 22-23 only he will be treated as senior citizen. 2 marks MCQs can be asked. And they'll not give like this. Ye to spoon feeding hai. They'll give the birthday date. 1st April 1961. So you have to count 61, 71, 81, 91 and this 2001 and 21 and how many years are over. Sure you can do it? ये सब पढ़ा है ना? What is this? वो 31, 30, हाँ ये सब काम आएगा. Shall I repeat? Financial year for us is 20 to 23. Anyone who is achieving, any individual who is achieving the age of 60 years in financial year 20 to 23, 60 and above, what he is called? Senior citizen. And he will get a lot of deductions, benefits and extended basic exemption and all. Now, if someone's happy birthday is on 1st April 23, no ma'am, next year dekhenge, to be very frank, correct or not? But they have told in the act that if it is 1st April 23, someone is born, consider it as he is born on 31st March 23, and for 20 to 23 only the seniority will start. And they give such kind of cut-off problems. So be careful. If a person is senior citizen, the tax will be different. For normal citizen, the tax will be different. And we can't afford to lose marks, right? Then the next term used here is super senior citizen. Super senior citizen is 80 years and above. My Dadiji, my grandmom, she was 99. She expired 3 years back and she received an award from income tax certificate that one of the senior most taxpayers in India. Till 90s she was paying the tax because the file was there and it was also well maintained. I told those days like fathers and seniors, uncles and all, income tax nahi aata tha, par Ready Reckoner, that was a book which was available for income tax in all the languages, English, Gujarati, Telugu. They will read the provisions, they'll apply, they will plan. There's a term called tax planning. How well you can plan your files for your family members. That you will understand when you learn these provisions properly. Then you can plan. Chalo, we are staying together, let us take the rental income in her name. Instead of burdening everything, if I am only doing the share trading, I am only doing the business, I am only making the FDs, can I do few things in my mother-in-law's name? She is a senior citizen. Lot of benefit. You might not understand this now because tax planning ke liye we should know the tax laws. So who is called as super senior citizen? 80 years and above. So 80 years achieved is also a super senior citizen. So here we end with the first kind of person who is liable to pay the tax. Who is he? Individual. Okay? Any doubt? 1% doubt in your mind, then you are not listening to next what I am explaining. Your mind is stuck there. इसलिए पूछ लो कुछ भी doubt है तो. Clear? Second is HUF. Suppose we are talking about individual as Mr. Beans. Mr. Beans है ना, कार्टून देखते हैं नहीं देखते हैं, तो Mr. Beans तो अपना रिटर्न फाइल कर रहा है. Now Mr. Beans is having family. Mr. Beans, Mrs. Beans, their son S, their daughter D. Is this a family? And Mr. Beans' grandfather has transferred some ancestral property, income, some jewelry. And he said, this belongs to your whole family. Your whole family is yourself, your spouse, your children. So that Mr. Beans will file 2 returns. You all are getting what is return? Return is a declaration of income. These are the names of your chapter. In this coming week, I'll introduce all the chapters' name. Return is spelled like this, R-E-T-U-R-N. Return is a document where you declare to department ki okay, from all the sources, this is my income. So Mr. Beans will show the income twice, not that same income. Listen to one dialogue very carefully. World income is taxed only once. Forget about your income in India. कोई भी income double tax नहीं होती. Okay? For this, I'm just writing. You can shift later जब हम abbreviations में जाएंगे. But I'm writing and keeping this. That's why we have DTAA. That is Double Taxation Avoidance Agreement. So suppose if I am working in a company, software company, and they have sent me for 2 years to Switzerland. on a project. Now I am staying there only. Last 2 years I didn't come to India. This you will learn in detail in residential status. Just I am opening up all the doors for you all. Now because I am staying in Switzerland, I may have to pay some local taxes over there. Yesterday we have discussed any NRI coming to India earning income pay the tax. Can I say I am a resident of London, मैं ना उधर जाके tax pay करूँगा, I will not pay tax in India? No. From London you have come to Hyderabad, you have earned income here, pay the tax. In the same way I have gone to Switzerland to give lectures. Now I have to pay some tax over there. Got it or not? Now when I came to India, Indian government said, Dipti, you are resident and ordinary resident in India. आप तो ना इंडिया में पूरा टैक्स पे करना है. Shall I pay double tax? No. I will get some relief. What is the relief? Okay, that relief depends upon agreement we have with various countries. So what is the full form of DTAA? Double taxation. We'll go there and write later, but right now it is relevant, so I discuss. Double taxation avoidance agreement. We have agreements with more than 170 plus countries, so that we are not paying the tax anywhere twice. Clear? Right. So now Mr. Beans will file his own income pay own return. He is working in an MNC salary income. Whatever is the family income, Mr. Beans is called as Karta. And all these three are called as what? And they will file the return, or they will show, calculate income separately as income of Mr. Beans HUF. Clear or not? Mr. Beans individual, his salary income, his bank interest, done. Mr. Beans HUF income, whatever ancestral jewelry, property, कुछ jewelry sell की, कुछ property rent पे लगाए, whatever income they are having of the joint family. Clear? Now, third case is Mr. Beans and Thomas and Cook. These three are friends. They form partnership firm, registered partnership firm under the Indian Partnership Act 1932, and they work. So income of the firm will be taxed in whose hands? Firm's hand. So firm is a separate entity and it will show income as a partnership firm. Let us give it name BTC partnership firm. BTC partnership firm, three partners are there who are working together. So whatever is the partnership firm's income, who will pay the tax? Firm. PF is partnership firm as a separate entity. Partnership firm will pay the tax separately. But ma'am, Mr. Beans is having other income also, no? He's investing in mutual funds. He's having rental income. He's working as a part-time accountant. He's getting salary also. Wo sab income where it will be taxable? In the hands of Mr. Beans individual. Clear or not? I'm giving you 4 examples. If you have, ma'am, if this, if that, ask your ifs also. Pucho, koi doubt hai? Partnership firm is a separate entity, and whatever they earn income in firm, they will pay the tax. Here, in depth I don't want to go, but this is a beautiful topic in business head, that once partnership is paying the tax, what happens to that profit when it goes to the partners? Because no income is taxed twice. Husband is getting salary. Is that salary taxable in the hands of husband? Yes. He comes home and gives it to wife. चलो आप घर का बजट बनाओ, जो सेविंग करना है करो, whatever you do. Will it again be taxable in the hands of wife? These are all in technical terms called as pin money, not taxable. Followed? Right. So, third one is partnership firm. So, what is the third one here? PF I have written, partnership firm. Same way now the upcoming concept is LLP. What is LLP? Yeah? Now I don't want to go to law, distinguish between partnership firm and LLP. Fixed question, no? Partnership has limitation, LLP and numbers, and this is one of the boon for professionals. Professionals like group of chartered accountants who want to set up a practice, 7 to 8 offices in India. Ek Hyderabad, ek Bangalore, ek Indore, ek Delhi, ek Amritsar, and they have 130 chartered accountants in the firm. Can they form a partnership? No. Partnership, so it is having limited number of members and unlimited liability. Limited liability partnership can have more number of members. Followed or not? So LLP, limited liability partnership. This is the homework for you. Write it in your note wherever, that study everything for LLP if you have not studied earlier. Limited Liability Partnership Act is 2008. But it's a boon for ENY and all these are what? They are all LLPs, big four firms. Can the professionals, 8-15 cost accountants come together and form a private company and work? No. Because chartered accountant, cost accountants who are in practice, their signature is valuable, their autograph is valuable. They are taking the responsibility. To the best of our knowledge, we have checked the books and accounts of ABC Limited and everything is correct and all. True and fair view they are giving. So how can they form a private company? Private company mein kiski responsibility? Directors are having very limited responsibility. Huh? The few things I am explaining extra because you should know the reasoning. Why we should form LLP, ma'am? Why can't we work in a partnership firm? So from my side, I have given, rest is you write it as homework. 8 to 10 points of difference. And LLP 2008 must be there, no? In foundation mein hoga. Now in law you have it. So you will be doing. Hai na? Chalo. So limited liability partnership. Then company. It's an artificial juridical person. Will they file the return? Company as a separate entity, Reliance Industries, Adani Group, or Infosys Limited, or Videocon Limited, or whatever. Philips India Limited, will they file their return? Yes. And company means any company, one person or private or public. What is it called, you know, public limited companies? How do we identify? Based on writing, what do they write? If it is a private, they'll write private limited. Or can I call it as closely held company? Have you heard this name earlier? No, then write down. Types of companies, if I start 1 hour, we will divert from our topic. Types of companies you will study in law. But in income tax, closely held company. What is closely held company? देखो ये नया नामकरण हुआ है इसका, प्राइवेट कंपनी का. Closely held company. Private company. Another one. Company, पता नहीं क्यों ऐसे नाम रखते इतने बड़े बड़े. Company in which public is substantially interested. It's a public company. Or public company may, I hope all of you know, it is never written ABC Public Limited. Do they write like this? Then ABC Limited. Limited means it's a public company. What's the, I want response from you all, but it's silently likh rahe hain. 4-5 voices are there. 50 of you are there in the class. That if you, you know, if you say गाना ऐसे याद हो जाता है, पसूरी वसूरी की बार बार गाने से याद होता है. Say them. What is the new name we have given? Company in which public is substantially, public is interested, means the which company? Closely held company. Which company? These are the terms like closely held company के shares कैसे issue होते हैं, all that we will see in one topic called as income from other sources. And public company का तो tax wax all we should know. When I say company, it includes all. Now, if I start giving a list, it will become huge. Indian company, which is registered under Companies Act 2013 in India. Then foreign company. What is a foreign company? Which is registered outside India, but they are doing business here. So these are all types of the companies. In this, even NGOs will come. You all know Section 8 companies. They don't write like Sikandrabad Club we have, Nizam's Club. They are all companies. But they are working with some other motive. Orphanage, old age homes. So they are not allowed to write the name company and limited. They just write the name. The fifth one is company. Then what we will do? First we will do body of individuals. Body of individuals is what? Group of individuals who come together to do business for limited time or a venture. You are the owner of property, I am a builder, let's make a tower, 5 flats hamare, 5 aapke, sell off the flats and bye-bye. It's not a partnership between us. Joint venture you all know. Huh? So it's a group of people who are coming together for some purpose and then they disperse. Okay? Next one is AOP. Association of person. Until now, is the definition of person clear to you? Where did I start the class? Definition of person. So all these are person. Who is number 1, 2, 3, 4th, 5th, 6th. All these are persons. AOP is a combination of all this. Can Mr. Beans alone? Okay. और एक पर्सन है उसका नाम है जहीर. जहीर का एक HUF है. Okay. And BTC partnership firm. Can these 3 people come together and work on a project? How these 3 people are related? First one is individual. Second one is HUF. I'm just taking a random example. And the third one is a partnership firm represented by a working partner. So can they come and do the business together? Yes. If they do the business together, we cannot call it body of individuals. Because this is not an individual. This is not an individual. But is it an association of person? The meaning clear or not? Body of individual means group, but all are individuals. But if one is HUF, one is partnership firm, one is LLP, one is individual, they come together and work, then it is called as what? Association of person. And generally this, like, no one will self make AOP, chalo AOP banate hain, aise nahi hota hai. Department is forcing, you are taxed as AOP when you are co-legates, co-trustees, like that. But is the example clear? This you should note. Many times students are confused. I'll also get a break 2 seconds. ये दोनों example लिखो. Body of individuals. It's a group of individual. And AOP is a group of person. Highlight is this. BOI is about individual. AOP is about person. And the last 8th type of the person who is liable to pay taxes, what? AJP. Artificial juridical person. Gods, deity, Gurudwara, mosque, church, universities, missionaries, colleges, all. They have to pay tax? Yes. Patanjali Yog Peeth, they just teach yoga. But it's a registered trust. They have to pay tax. Of course, they get all benefits also. Are all examples clear? Shall we now go and read it with little more speed? Asha, and this definition of person is inclusive. You can include more. This is not exclusive definition. जो हम स्कूल डेज में पढ़ते थे ना, फोटोसिंथेसिस और वो सब बड़े ऐसे भारी भरकम टर्म, तो वो डेफिनेशंस हाउ they were like, this is it. Are you getting or not? So they were exclusive definitions. These are inclusive. Definition of a person includes individual, natural person, male, female, minor. It includes HUF. HUF is joint family consisting of person lineally descendant or from a common ancestor, you know. Dadaji and grandfather say grandson ko directly the property is coming like that. Including their wives, son and unmarried daughters. There's lot of debate about HUF, like married daughters are having the part or not. And few times they are saying it's like in actual world HUF is a second file only of that same Mr. Beans. So they are taking double benefit. They might abolish. ठीक है, अभी तो चल रहा है. The head of HUF is called what? Karta. All the other are co-person. Company, it's an artificial juridical person having separate legal entity with a perpetual succession. बस इतना ही लॉ आता है, इससे ज़्यादा नहीं आता है. आप खुद पढ़ लेना, डाउट है तो पूछना. Firm, it is the partnership firm as defined in the Partnership Act. It is the relationship between the person who have agreed to share the profits. So only on firm income, firm will pay the tax. Partners have their individual sources of income also. One of the partner, no, he loves gaming. He has got huge income of PUBG. Will the firm pay tax on PUBG income? No. That is individual income of that person. For your exam, it is not there, but next year, budget aa gaya ki now all the gaming income is taxable, 30%. Cryptocurrency, all Bitcoin and all that is taxable at 30%. You know this practical side. Okay. LLP, we have seen firm. LLP is an agreement written between partners and mutual rights and all are there. LLP, the biggest benefit is the liability of the partner is limited. I am not responsible for what other partners are doing in their capacity. Body of individuals is group of individuals who carry on some activity with a common object of earning, co-trustees, co-executors and all. And their income and interest is indivisible. See, when some ancestral property is there between our 3-4 dadajis, wo dadaji ke bhi children and all, you know, it's like a family tree. So that property income goes on in the form of the private trust. Followed? Next, AOP. It is a group of person who joins together for common purpose. Co-heirs, co-donees, co-legates all will come. Local authority, yeah, I missed on this, no? Local authority, municipality, district board, your corporations, offices, all should pay tax. AJP, it covers all god, idols, deities, universities, our Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Institute of Cost Accountant of India, they are all covered in AJP. So this is a basket of people who should pay tax. In our exam, we have only 2 from here, that is individuals. Actually, partnership firm is not there separately, but in business head, yes, they are covering how to calculate the tax for partnership firm. Clear? Right? Now, let us very quickly read this question. Distinguish between AOP and BOI. So, AOP, it is created voluntarily. BOI, it is created by operation of law. AOP may consist of individuals and non-individuals. You know, it can have partnership firms and LLP. BOI will have only individuals. AOP means 2 or more persons joining together for common purpose and without forming a partnership firm. BOI, the business run by widow on behalf of her children, would be assessed as body of individuals. You know, father has left the property equally between the sisters and brothers and widow, then it will be like a body of individual. And same examples are given. ठीक है? Right. There is no restriction on the number of members of AOP, BO and all. Chalo. So till here we have done. This is homework for today. Of course, I will teach this page. But can you please read and come what is domestic company, Indian company, foreign company? Just read. R for read. जैसे newspaper पढ़ते हैं ना, ऐसे पढ़ के आना है. Because we are going to start with some problems also. So once a part of theory and a part of problem. That's how the class will go on. We should know how to calculate. And problems क्या पढ़ाएंगे अभी तो chapters ही शुरू नहीं हुए हैं, ये तो basic है. So listen all of you. Right from school days, I don't know, while learning maths, the teachers used to make you write tables. Yes or no? 2 into 2, 1, 2 into 2, 4 tables लिखते हैं नहीं? Maths तो पढ़ते रहते हैं, but tables we always try to memorize so that same way in income tax, actual world we have softwares, calculate tax. But in exam, to calculate tax, you should know what are the tax rates, flat rates, slab rates. And it is vast. अब उसमें rebate भी है. There are some special incomes. Just now I said gaming income directly 30%. So some special income, special rate of tax, normal income, normal rate. Then different way of taxing for senior citizen. Super senior citizen, still different way. So we should know how to calculate the tax. Once you get the base, no, you will enjoy solving the problem. So until now, any doubt here? So we are stopping the theory here. What you need to do is only you need to read this whole page. Okay? Till closely held company. This definition is very important. I will teach you in next class. इसको आप 5 star खिला ही दो. Person having substantial interest. Inter final, so many topics, can't say how it is useful. Okay, this part I want to conclude and then we are going towards solving the problems. Are you clear now what is section? Subsection, clauses, right? Next now is proviso. Proviso is exception to the section. Are you getting? On the previous page only I am. Proviso. Proviso to a section spells out the exception to the provision contained. Now listen, I'll explain with an example. In income tax, they say, if you do business related expense, you all know what is expense? Kharcha. You should not do expense more than 10,000 in cash on a single day. This is said in act. It is there. Once again, related to business, if you are doing any expense above 10,000 in a single day, you should not do it by cash. Then how do we do, ma'am? आप बोलो, cash में नहीं करना तो कैसे करोगे? Check, transfers, online transfers, RTGS, NIFT, Paytm, Google Pay and card payments and whatever. So that it's all called as plastic money. When the money transfers happens, everything is seen, no, with the department. Cash to aaya gaya. I have done my expenditure. It's your income. Are you showing your income or not? Department doesn't know. Followed or not. If I send you from here, you go to Sikandrabad market and get 4 keyboards. So say the 4 keyboards are for 5,000 each, 20,000. Can you pay cash and get the keyboards? Yes, you can. But if you do that, what will happen? This 20,000 expenditure will not be allowed. You cannot debit it in the P&L. ये सब आएगा आगे heads of income में. Keep patience. Example is clear, then it's enough. So what is the rule? Once again I am repeating. Above 10,000 on a single day, you cannot make cash payment. This is given in section 40, some subsection. Followed. Exception to the rule is if you are making payment to government. Recently we purchased a property and stamp duty was only 15 lakh rupees. Can we pay 15 lakh rupees in cash? Yes. Income tax मुझे 2 लाख रुपए भरना है. Can I pay in cash? So you can pay cash to government. Exception to the rule is if you need to make payment in emergency and there are 2-3 lined up government holidays, then I have to pay. Mine is honey making company and I get honey from all the tribal people. You all know? You go to hill stations and all hilly areas, there ऐसे गांव के लोग होते हैं ना, tribal people, they collect honey and they bring it and then it is purified and all the process and packed and bottled and you get nice pure honey on hill stations. Right or not? So who brings the honey? Tribal people. Where they stay? Forest. नहीं दीप्ति मैम ने बोला है कैश तो नहीं दे सकते. 50,000 का honey you have got, please take check. He doesn't have bank account only. So what is exception to the rule? In case you need to pay to a farmer or person who is not having bank account or where banking facility is not there. Can you pay him cash? So what did I say? Section. And in case you don't follow the section. So what are these? Exceptions. Exception is equal to what? Proviso. Is the term clear to you? Proviso. Let us read. Proviso to section or subsection spells out exceptions to the provisions contained in respective section. The proviso spells out the cases where provisions contained in the respective section would not apply. Okay? 1 second. Few days the classes have started. Now everyone should know that we are not allowed to pick up the phone time. Yes, it's like very urgent. Okay? So is it clear? Proviso? Next. Explanation to section gives clarification. Superb example. यहाँ पे can we write the example? Cash payment above 10,000. इतना लिख लो ना तो याद रहेगा. And if your book is also looking, I have seen so many students getting exemption in income tax 80 to 85 in these rooms. ऐसे notebook का makeup होना चाहिए. दिख रहा है makeup हो रहा है? 3D makeup है 5D है? 5D makeup, no? Right, I'm literally telling you, when you write, no, it sings. As a teacher, years we are teaching, but I never make these notes very perfect. Thing nahi, aap likho. Example is clear? Now the next example for the explanation. There's our bread and butter section 44AA. अब मैं section reference के लिए बोल रही हूँ, नहीं याद है तो no problem right now. Section 44A says, if your turnover crosses this limit, maintain books. Section 44AB says, if your turnover exceeds this limit, get your books audited by a CA. अब वो limit हम पढ़ेंगे. We'll read. Right now, what is 44A saying? If your turnover exceeds 1 crore, maintain proper books of accounts. अब proper की definition आपकी अलग है, मेरी अलग है ना? So then explanation, we have rules. Rule 6F, Rule 6DD, like these. What are rules? Rule is saying maintain books of accounts in the form of ledger, cash book, maintain sale bill book properly with numbering, have purchase bill for every purchase and expense above 50 rupees. 50 रुपए से ज़्यादा खर्चा किए तो बिल होना. मैम ने तो बोले हैं. So now you all went to Secunderabad, no? To get how many keyboards? 4 के 5 हो गए. 4 keyboards. So you brought the keyboards. वहाँ से unloading, यहाँ नीचे, getting it up. So you paid to auto वाला how many rupees? 500. ज़्यादा तो नहीं है ना? Conveyance and loading, unloading. Okay? Now auto वाला you must give bill. To give bill because Dipti mom wants bill for everything. Just now rule 6F is explanation to the section. It is saying maintain proper bills, books. If you are a doctor, case register. If you are a professional, all the list and all. So now tell me, what will you do? टी कॉफी एक्सपेंसेस, चाय का बिल ही हो जाता है हजारों में. So many offices, literally, we want bill. Weekly once you come for payment, no, get bill. Is it possible to get bill for every expenditure? अब हम चलते हैं अकाउंट्स के क्लास में, इनकम टैक्स से. Then what is the document we use? These are all interview questions. All of you are sitting in the classroom, and why should I select you for this job and not others? Because you answer like this. This is my question to you. We want to have bill. And you know, my accountant is Karthik. कार्तिक को ही बोल के रखा है कि जब तक बिल ना देना एंट्री नहीं करना. सो कैन यू से ओरली टू कार्तिक एक 500 रुपीज ना लिख देना थोड़ा ऑटो का, और एक 600 रुपये उसका लिखना. कैन यू से ओरली लाइक दिस एंड डू द अकाउंटिंग? नो प्लीज, everything is to be documented. Am I right? So if the bills are not available in accounts, what do we use? Someone knows the answer. फिर जब मैं बोलूंगी ना तो अपने नेबर को बोलेंगे, देख मैं बोली थी ना, तो बोलो ना मुझे. Petty cash book is where you get all the. What is the document we use where bills are not available? Can I ask auto wala, please come to 3rd floor, sign and take cash and go? Does this happen? Sometimes in business cases, yes. So we sign over where? हाँ, अरे ऐसा कुछ तो कभी देखा है आप ऑफिस में, सीए के ऑफिस में जाओगे, आर्टिकल शिप करोगे तो फिर देख लोगे आप. There's one document called as I know I am in income tax class, but this is like very basic and relevant. Have you heard about this? Debit voucher. What is debit voucher? ऐसे कैसे बुकलेट की तरह बना रहता है. पे टू बोलते हैं, तुम्हारा नाम लिखो श्यामलाल, ऑटो फेयर फ्रॉम सिकंदराबाद, ये फिर उसका सिग्नेचर, फिर कैशियर का सिग्नेचर, फिर मैनेजर, डेट, ₹500, ऐसे लिखा रहता है ना. Just like a receipt book, you have debit vouchers. Followed? Huh? So coming back to our class now, what did I say? What is the explanation? Explanation is the addition to the section. These are all basic terms. After 1 month, when we study the heads of income, you'll say, अरे ये सब क्या था, ये तो एक दिन में पढ़ा सकते. But अभी एक एक example के साथ it is getting clearer. Now you know what is section, subsection, clauses, proviso, exception, and what is the last one? Explanation to the section. And now we have circulars. Circulars and notifications, both of them are issued by CBDT, but circulars are like guidelines. And they are, ये एग्जाम में पूछते कैसे हैं? Circulars are guidelines issued by department and it is bound to be followed. Department, who will follow? यहाँ पे लिखो MCQs. किसके लिए मैंडेटरी है सर्क्यूलर फॉलो करना? For whom is it mandatory? Department. Again an example for this. On 1st February 2023, Nirmala Sitharaman, he said that this which income, gaming income, is taxable. But now they have to follow some guidelines. Now, how do you tap up the people who are doing gaming business and all? So they will frame all the guidelines and make it workable from 1st July 2023. So all the clarity for this section is called as what? Circulars. Last year one new section was introduced. We will study it after 3 months, but just नाम अभी डाल देते हैं. कितना hype है ना, नया नया है ना. So 194R, one section is added in TDS. It says, you know what? Business related, if you give any perquisite. What is perquisite? Benefit in kind. If you are paying me fees, I am teaching you tax. It's a fees, monetary. But if I say I'll teach you, instead of that yours is a mobile phone, no, get this for me. Then you are giving it in kind. Followed or not? Income is taxable whether received in cash or kind. So if I am giving any benefit to anyone, I have to deduct tax. Now benefits are so vast, free samples are given to doctors and this and that. So for that they have come up with a huge guideline. Are you getting what is circulars? Huh? If I have to deduct TDS for you, tax deducted at source, I am generating income for you. If I deduct TDS, I need your PAN number, no? PAN number is your registration number with the department. Huh? So if you don't give me the detail, where do I deduct the tax and pay? Followed or not? So then they came up with a circular. Whoever is not giving the PAN, no, instead of 1-2% उनका 20% TDS काटो, दौड़ के आएंगे PAN देने. Is this example clear or not clear? Not clear, I'll say TDS, TCS, I'll explain just after 5 minutes. So circulars are guidelines. Same way notifications are issued by government, and CBDT is also empowered to make and amend the rules for the purpose of act which are binding. See, notifications are binding on department and SSC both. Can you please underline this clue word because it's very important for MC. Circulars are also like guidelines for all, but they are binding on whom? Department. Whereas notifications are binding on department and both. Next is case laws. Case laws are what? Judgments of Supreme Court. When there is a conflict between the SSC and the CIT, Commissioner of Income Tax. So Commissioner of Income Tax says, no, this kind of expenses are not allowed. You cannot give samples to doctors and do this something. Whatever is the final judgment of that case law, does that become a law? Can others in the similar business use it? So what is case law? Decision of High Court or Supreme Court in cases which can be used as judgment. Okay? Suppose there was a fight going on between the department and SSC. No, this is bed debt and all. The department says these kind of expenses are allowed as bed debt provided first you show it as your sale. Sale hoga to bed debt hoga na. So like this, whatever is the conclusion, that conclusion becomes what? Case law. Okay? Is that clear? And all this we have already finished yesterday. So now here I close with this definition. Now coming back to the last concept for today's class so that my just now wala example should be clear. मुझे लगता है अभी तक तो मैंने सब chapters के नाम पढ़ा दिया. What is the full form of ये abbreviations में बाद में लिखेंगे. First you understand. What is TDS? What is tax deducted at source? What is TCS? Tax collected at source. Now, what is the concept of TDS? Say I am paying salary to Ramesh. When salary is paid to Ramesh, Ramesh का नाम नहीं आता, मालूम है या नहीं? Basic accounts. Salary account debit 10,000. Am I generating income for Ramesh? I will pay him check of 9,000 and 1,000 I will deduct TDS. I'll give you time to write this example. And this chapter तो बहुत बाद में पढ़ेंगे, but in everywhere you will come to know TDS. You ask a layman, what do you know in income tax? And they'll say, we know slab rates, we know tax rates, and we know TDS. That important is TDS. So, I am generating income for Ramesh. How much? 10,000. He should file his return and show his income and pay the tax. Government is very smart. Government is saying you are earning throughout the year, no? What is your financial year? 22, 23. When you are filing your return and paying the tax? Next year. So you are earning from 1st April 2022 to 31st March 2023. and now you are filing your return in July 23 and paying the tax in 23. Isn't it quite a long time? So government came up with a funda. ये books में नहीं लिखा है, but ये कभी तो बहुत पहले speech में बोला था finance minister ने. They came up, really missed out his name as a finance minister. Chidambaram, और उसके पहले who was there? He started the concept of TDS. Anyhow, I missed just now. Abhi Nirmala Sitharaman hi dikh rahe na. So he came up and he said that pay the tax as you earn. Are you all listening? Pay the tax as you earn. Are you earning throughout this year? April 22, May 22, December 22, January, पूरा साल कमाते हैं ना? So can you pay little tax? Whenever you go to temple, you put some change. Do you say नहीं अभी नहीं, month end में एक बार देख लेंगे क्या करना है, बार कुछ deal will कर लेंगे? ऐसे नहीं होता ना? So like this, they say tax deducted at source. I am giving you salary. I am giving you interest. I am giving you lottery money. I am giving you commission. Am I giving different income for you people? Listen to my example. Salary, interest, commission, lottery. Am I generating income for you all? Government said instead of 10,000, I should give you 9,000. And on your behalf, I will pay 1,000 to government. And give you 1,000 I cannot keep in my pocket. It is not my income. It is called as TDS payable. इसके बाद एक और entry आती है TDS payable to bank. I don't know, they don't teach all these entries. It's not here, but in our syllabus we don't have journal entries for TDS which we should actually know. So now I will deduct tax, pay it in your PAN number के साथ. What is full form of PAN? Permanent account number. It's your registration number with income tax department. The moment you become an SSC and you start paying tax, you need to have a PAN card number. 10-digit alphanumeric number. Laminated card आता है जैसे आपकी RC आती है ना वैसे blue color का with your photograph and 10-digit alphanumeric number. Now this PAN if you give directly 1,000 rupees is auto dropped in your account. Followed or not? When you file your return, say your tax is coming to 15,000. You can say already Dipti ma'am has deducted TDS 1,000. Already मेरा जमा हो चुका है. Now I should pay only 14,000. Is this clear to all of you? Now I am asking you question. You answer. What is my salary expense? Tell me. Okay. Everyone should answer. Why some of you are thinking answer करें नहीं करें? अरे गलत है तो गलत है, सब सीखने आए हैं ना यहाँ. What is my expense? 10,000 or 9,000? मेरे पॉकेट से तो 10,000 गए. Can I call this as gross amount? As my expense? Can I call this as net amount? In many chapters in exam they give you net amount, but what is my expense? Gross amount 10,000. Now coming to you dear students, what is your income? क्या पता? अगर 9,000 बोलोगे तो 1,000 की तो गूगली है, किधर गया 1,000 रुपये? What is your income? 10,000. 9,000 you received. 1,000 is deemed to be received. Deemed to be received. What I am saying you, dear student, take your salary 10,000. Acha listen, on this salary you have to pay tax, no? 10% 1,000 I will only pay tax on your behalf. I am paying you salary 10,000. Again I am taking 1,000 from you, paying it to government in the form of what? TDS. And I am giving you what? Certificate. When you file your return, you can pay that much tax less. Take your time to digest this term. ये सब booster notes में लिखना है. Regular book I'll surely need in the next class, because this is the last theory class. From next class, I will start the class with slab rate problem and then explain types of the companies. But right now, once again tell me, what is my gross expense and what is your income? 10,000. Your income is 10,000. Out of that 1,000 you again gave back to Dipti ma'am, mere behalf pe tax bhar do. And I'll give you a certificate for that. So now if you don't give me PAN card, it's like sitting in the cab and chalo. He's saying, kahan chalo? Arey kahin to chalo. Arey but kahan chalna hai? So like that, if I deduct your tax, do I need your PAN number or not? Otherwise, where do I auto drop? It's not my money. It's not government's money. It's your money. You have paid advance tax in the form of TDS through me. Tax deducted at source. I am the source of generating income for you all and I am deducting. I hope this explanation is enough for TDS. Tax collected at source I'll explain. But ये लिखो, ये example पूरा ऐसे ही लिखो, journal entry very quickly. And anyone is having doubts, your hands, ask your doubts. मैंने बोला doubts पूछो तो नाम पता चलेगा, आप पूछ रहे हैं doubts. This is income from other sources and all. Gross amount is taxable. Net tax nahi karna. All that should be clear. Yeah. Any doubt? Doubt in writing? Now this is journal entry 1 and that is 2. If you want to write, write one below the another. This is like, ये लिखने की जरूरत नहीं, ये तो example है कि आप पूरे साल whatever you want, you are paying the tax. Can you finish writing? Tell me. I will ask you this tomorrow. No. That's just an example. If journal entries, you should know. What is your gross amount as expense and even income? What is your salary income? 10,000. If I give you 50,000 interest, 5,000 TDS cut ke 45. What is your interest income? 50,000. See, these are basic questions asked in interview, and if you are not able to answer, why they will keep you in the company? ऐसे बुकिश नॉलेज नहीं होना है, वो भी आएगा एग्जाम के लिए, वो भी जरूरी है, वो लॉगिंग होगा. यू कैन आस्क मी लेटर, मैम वाई 40 क्वेश्चंस इन कैपिटल गेन, वाई 35 क्वेश्चंस इन बिजनेस हेड, वो भी इतने जम्बो. दैट इज ऑल फॉर प्रैक्टिस. या प्लीज कम बैक टू योर एब्रीविएशन शीट and where we were. Now we are late, so I am not discussing yesterday's homework, but I want you all to write add-ons. What did we write today? Tax deducted at source. Tomorrow you will tell me 3 examples of tax collected at source, whatever you can get from search or talk with your seniors or whatever. Tax collected at source. What is DTA's full form? Domestic tariff area. You know, when you export in the SEZ and all and your product is rejected and you sell it in the local market, the local market is called what? DTA, domestic tariff area. If you want, write down local area, India, everything is taxable if you sell it in DTA. Finish writing this much? Chalo jaldi. DTAA, double taxation avoidance, one of my favorite chapter in finals, और 8 marks का question आता है CMA final. DTA पे प्रोफेशनल्स अर्न, IPL के प्लेयर्स इंडिया में भी अर्न करते हैं, तो कैन इंडिया से वो नाम नहीं मालूम ज्यादा प्लेयर्स की. ब्रिस गेल, नो गेल वेल, क्रिस गेल. Chris Gale, can we say to Chris Gale, please, you are a good player, go to your country and pay the tax? Why? IPL, they have earned the income in India, no? So should the Chris Gale pay tax in India as a sportsman? And on this income, because he is a resident of, क्या पता, ऑस्ट्रेलिया, वेस्ट इंडीज, वेस्ट इंडीज, so वहां भी टैक्स पे करेगा? No. So double taxation avoidance agreement. I hope the name itself is clear. Huh? That we have an agreement so that world income is taxed only once. See, more than what you are writing is, I don't know how much are you all listening. This will like broaden up and you will not make mistake कि हाँ दीप्ति मैम ने बोला था कि world की कोई income double tax नहीं होगी. And next write down PAN, permanent account number. Permanent account number. It's your registration with income tax department. और ये थोड़ा ज़्यादा अच्छा है तो अभी लिखो ना, 10 digit alpha numeric number, and it comes in the form of laminated card. ऐसे सब, if you know this and when you talk this, people will say, oh, you are studying income tax. Good. Yes or no? And give yourself enough time. Terms are very easy, they are very interesting. When we do agricultural income, one class you will be solving problems for agricultural income. But to digest that and retain till exam, we need lot of repetition. Okay? So we are closing here with this definition. One thing I want to clarify, some of you were asking yesterday, those 10 pages which I have asked you to fill. I hope you all are doing all that, your desire dumping there, your goals. Do it with lot of clarity. I want to do CMA. No, in 2023, I will complete my CMA inter. 24 June, I will write my CMA final. 25, I am working in a company. You know, like this, you write for yourself. 2025, I am working in a company with this much package. So the more clarity के साथ if you write, no, I told you just now the example, cab में बैठे हैं, कहाँ चलो, अरे किधर से भी चलो, आपको where you want to go to Banjara Hills, so from Himayat Nagar or from this side, Tangman side, कहीं से भी, ऐसे थोड़ी होता है. The more clearly you say, the driver will take you properly, no? So the God, the universe is going to give you a lot provided you manifest it correctly. Okay? So that was your query, I have answered. Do it with uttermost clarity, because by doing and by writing and writing, you will know yourself better. When you know yourself better, you will be able to deal with all the situations in a very nice way. Right? So from tomorrow you are having GST classes also. We'll be meeting now. Sir will tell you all the schedule. We'll be meeting in the next class, continuing with this. And calculators are not allowed to be borrowed in the class. Music बजनी चाहिए बिल्कुल calculator की, टक टक टक. पूरी class गलत calculation करती है, आप अकेले correct करते हो. So for that, what you have to do? Get your own and the calculator which you are going to use in final exam. Don't get those scientific and अभी तो ये ठीक है बाद में. Get yourself comfortable on the calculator. Get the speed. And in coming days, make sure you practice. I don't know, अब ये भी मुझे बोलना है, m plus m minus सबको आता है या नहीं calculator में use करना? नहीं आता है तो अपने दोस्तों से अभी सीखो, so that when we do the calculation, you should do it very fast. अभी सीखना शुरू हो गए. Thank you so much. Bye-bye all of you. See you all in the next class with lot of doubts for TCS and other topics, right? Thank you.